What's going on, beautiful people? It's Tasha the Boss Chick. Tune in. Y'all, we have something amazing going on tonight. As you can see, I just ran in the house, right? I had to go get me some dinner. I needed to get to my computer, so I still got my hat and my jacket on and all that. Look, I'm about to tap you in to one of the calls of 2021. This call will go down in history. So do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Subscribe to my page. Thank you for tuning in. To all of my new viewers right now, God bless you. I'm Tasha Wilson, the Boss Chick, favorite serial entrepreneur, former educator, and currently a full-time investor, helping people level up in every area of their life, specifically in finances, and helping them to build true wealth, as well as residual income. So guys, I want to tap you in tonight. We have a special guest. I'm a part of Rich University, one of the top earners there with Dr. China. And I'm so excited with our special guest tonight. Like, we've been blitzing for the last week. So you guys are getting a double dose, an overflow of what's been going on in this digital world. If you don't have a digital wallet, if you are not invested in assets such as crypto, then you're behind. And I want to catch you up on tonight. Is that all right? I'm not going to talk too much longer. When you hear what you like on tonight, click below, right? There's my link. There's my website. Go join right away. But this information was life-changing for me 5 years ago. I have been financially independent, very, very blessed, and I'm helping others. So God bless you. Stay tuned. Click the link, subscribe, tag 5 people right now. This call will be life-changing. It's going down in history, 2021, baby. Mark my word. All right, so I'm about to tap y'all in. I'm going to go away. I'm going to disappear for a minute, and I'm tapping you into our private call because I could not pass the link out to everybody. So tap in, stay tuned, and let's connect. Level up.
Realized it wasn't just the person who took the notes, it was the person who followed the directions and took the action that was the money makers. And so while I went on to do very well and do very well, I'll say that there were some people who didn't, because they took all the notes, but they didn't take the action. So tonight, right at the top of the page, that you are an action taker, you are a decision maker, and God has given you everything that you need to give yourself permission to make a decision. If you guys are ready to rock and roll and you agree that God has given you the permission, he's given you the authority, and he's equipped you with everything that you need to make a decision, and you don't need permission from nobody else, just drop ones in the chat. I just want to do a mic check really quick to make sure that I am communicating and projecting clearly to the right audience. Drop ones in the chat if you are the decision maker. I remember being a little girl and someone would call my home for my mom, and they would ask to speak to the decision maker on the phone because they didn't want to go through whatever it was that they were going to provide to me if I wasn't the person to make the decision. They didn't want to go through all the details of that with me if I wasn't the person that was going to make the decision. So they say, hey, is the decision maker around? And so I want to ask you guys that tonight, is the decision maker around? And if you are not the decision maker in your household, go grab the decision maker really quick and say, listen, pull up a seat to this right here. This is going to be really, really good. So once again, guys, we're going to be having a conversation about all things digital money. I'm really, truly excited about what's happening right now. You may be hearing about the terms like cryptocurrency. You may be hearing about things like NFTs. Drop twos in the chat if you're hearing about NFTs. I'm sure you guys are hearing about Bitcoin right now. Drop B's in the chat if you're hearing about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and XRP and Cardano, and so many attractive projects. You may be hearing about DeFi, which is decentralized financing that's allowing you, yes, you, to be your own bank. Maybe you're hearing about the metaverse. Ooh, that one's kind of juicy, right? So much conversation going around about the metaverse right now. And so that's why we're here. We're here to really go through how you gain the knowledge and understanding to maximize all of the things that are happening to build the digital empire. We're going to be having a conversation about what do you do to get involved? How can you be a benefactor of what's happening right now? So I'm super duper excited once again that you guys are here. Let's go straight into the conversation. I'm going to be bringing a special guest on in a moment, but before we do that, I want to go into the depth of what's happening with this digital money. And I love starting with a conversation about Bitcoin, because I remember just about 3-4 years ago when I first started to heavily invest into Bitcoin, I didn't really understand what it was, its utilization, its purpose, but I'm so grateful that I still took action. I'm so grateful that I made a decision and I was an action taker to get involved, because right now Bitcoin is $62,000 a coin. Wait, what? Yeah, it's actually on a bit of a sale right now. Somebody saw it yesterday and was like, man, I wish I would have got in then. Well, guess what? It's $62,000 a coin, but you don't need $62,000 to invest. And that's the beautiful thing about this digital currency, this decentralized digital currency that does not need the permission of the central banks in order for it to operate. There is no single administrator that's controlling the pricing or controlling how this operates. And so what it does is it puts the people in a position of power. So I don't know what you were taught, but tonight, I'm going to provide you not China's philosophy. Nope, not tonight. I'm going to provide you pure facts and figures. And I'm going to take you straight to the resource of where I'm gaining this information so that you can understand that it's credible information that you're getting. Because sometimes, people just have conversations and they don't know what the heck they're talking about. And that's the danger of what's happening right now. Crypto is booming. NFTs are booming. The metaverse is out of this world. And a lot of people are doing a lot of talking, but is the information sound? And so what you have here is a $62,000 digital coin that you could actually invest $62 in it to maximize it. $62 into this particular coin. And as the coin increases in value, so will your money. The power in this is that it does the exact opposite of the US dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, the US dollar, which most people income, their retirement, their future, their wealth is connected to, has been declining since its inception. In 1913, a $100 bill was actually worth $100 in purchasing power. And if you're listening right now and you want to make some money, you're listening right now and you have some money, you listening right now and you would like to have more of it, then I believe that it's important to understand what it is that you're desiring. Most people don't recognize, maybe you're saving up for a wedding, maybe you're saving up to pay off some student loan debt, maybe you're saving up for whatever it is that you want to do. If everything that you have is connected to the US dollar or whatever country currency you have, then I want you to know that every morning you wake up is worth less. That means that in 1913, a US dollar was worth $100. In 1913, a $100 bill was worth $100. But over that period of time, look at what happened, guys. It has just continued to decline. Doesn't that look a little like the reverse of this right here? Like, let's do it here. Doesn't that look like a little bit of the reverse of this right here? This is over a 5-year period for Bitcoin, right? Now look at this again, right? This is over 100-year time, right? 100-year time of the US dollar. And so by the time we were at 2019, as you can see, the $100 bill was literally worth $3 in purchasing power. How many of you are going to the grocery store and kind of noticing a little bit of a crunch? Like, it's like, hold up, wait a minute out here. Now, I'm looking at what I have in the basket and I'm looking at the number that's on the screen here. That don't add up. And so what happens is inflation is eating away at your purchasing power. And we're at about 11% inflation right now. So here's the philosophy, guys, and here's the facts. If you don't find a way to diversify your portfolio and take your retirement, what you're preparing for retirement, how you're accumulating wealth, and putting it into something that could potentially grow, that is already proven growth, then every single morning that you wake up is worth less. Now, I know some of you are probably saying, oh my gosh, but 62,000 is so expensive. Listen, I get it. I invested into Bitcoin when it was $3,500 a coin. Do you know that was my philosophy then too? I was like, wow, it's $3,500. It's so expensive. Now we've gotten so spoiled that when I see a coin, watch this, because we buy coins, guys. Let me tell you something. They're on heavy sale. We buy coins that are less than a penny. We buy coins that are less than $1. We buy coins that are less than $10. And sometimes I see a coin for $3.50. I'd be like, dang, that's high. I want you to know, guys, it doesn't really matter how much you invest into these cryptocurrencies, more than it matters when you invest into these cryptocurrencies. Because I invested a few years ago, 2019, Bitcoin was $3,500 a coin. I went to purchase real estate, digital real estate in the metaverse. It's $4,000 today, but a couple of weeks ago, it was $300. And so what I want you to know is, it's 62,000 today, but it's projected to be over $300,000 by the end of this year, December 2021. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, is projected to be $300,000. So what we're talking about is an opportunity for you to still get in and multiply your money. And what you want to have, guys, to really bring this all to life. But number one, I got to go straight here. Y'all need to download this right now. Before we even go any further, I'm about to just give y'all, consider this a gift. Consider this an early Christmas gift, okay? I want to put you in a position to have a very Merry Crypto Christmas. So consider this an early Christmas gift for you guys right here. Download this particular app right here. This app is called Swipe Coin. This app allows the everyday person who doesn't have a whole lot of time, who doesn't want to look at a bunch of charts, lines, and graphs. Maybe you're just as intimidated by that as I was when I first got started. And maybe you're thinking, I know that I need to be on the right side of money, where investors and business owners are, and have my money work for me and not just you work for your money. But maybe you just don't have the time. Maybe somebody invited you here, and the only reason that you haven't come sooner is because between your life schedule and your work schedule, you're always tired. We designed the system for you. We know that you want more than what you have. So we want to put your money to work for you, and not where you just always working for your money. If you're okay with that, just drop 5s in the chat. Because somebody said, I just need some grace in this space. Just put 5s in the chat. Put 5s in the chat, because we understand. And so what we've done is we've curated an experience for you. We provide you access to apps that's going to allow the experts, watch this now, to give you the information that they worked so hard for. It almost seems unfair. So when you become a member tonight, somebody say tonight, because you can't afford to keep pushing your money away from you another week, right? You want to get in right away so that you can start leveraging these tools, right? So when you get started, when, type it in the chat, tonight, we're going to put you in a position to have access to your handy dandy tools like the Swipe Coin. You guys can tell I got small kids, right? So you can be a mom, a busy mom on the go with small children, a grown child, right? A husband operating multiple businesses, and you can have this downloaded to your phone. And this particular app is going to give you the secret sauce. It's going to say, listen, buy Ethereum, USD, Ethereum against the US dollar. Buy it at this particular point right here. Now, if the market happens to go the other way, we want to make sure that we have proper risk management. So we want to protect you right here, but this is where we see the market going. What if you had access to this type of highly elite software that told you what cryptocurrencies to buy, that told you when to enter into the buy or sell, and that told you how to secure your bag, where they do all of the work as far as looking at the charts and identifying the geopolitical activities that determine how the money in the market is going to move? Wouldn't that be highly valuable? Guys, we give you access to this particular software. So go right now to your Apple store or your Google store and download this app. This app will absolutely change your life. We're going to hear some testimonies from you guys in just a moment. But I want to show you a little bit more about what we offer you. We give you access to an elite experience. Somebody say elite, type it in the chat. Elite. Why? Because you finally made it to the billionaire boy's backyard. And tonight you get to choose which seat you sit in. And I want to stretch your mind just a little bit for a moment and tell you that you deserve an elite lifestyle. You deserve it. And it's so affordable. Why not? The elite experience puts you in a position to access state-of-the-art back office that's going to give you access to videos that's going to help the brand new person who knows nothing about this. Is going to provide you exactly what it is that Forex is all about. Now, the reason that the Forex education is so important, some of you like, but I just want digital currency. I just want to know about Bitcoin. I want to know about the NFTs and blockchain technology, the metaverse. I got you. But what I want to put you in a position is to get into a habit of never leaving bags on the table. We leverage the foreign exchange market to trade cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, to trade cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, to trade cryptocurrencies like XRP. And what happens for us is we celebrate on both sides. Whether the market is going up or the market is going down, guess what? We benefit. Why? Because we are leveraging cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin even in the foreign exchange market. So having an elite experience just puts you in a position to earn more. And I'm so excited for you. But here's what I want you to see. When you become a member and you have access, it's going to take you from beginner to intermediate to advanced. So even if you know a bit about cryptocurrencies and DeFi and the metaverse and NFTs, guess what? We're going to put you in a position to be amongst giants, where you can sit and see eye to eye and have that real serious conversation to show you how to go from where you are to where you want to be. But that's not it. We want to put you in a position to have a little bit more hands-on experience. How many of you need some hands-on? Like, okay, I love the courses. I thank God all I need is 15 to 20 minutes a day, consistently 3 to 4 times a week, but I'm just a little different. I just need some hands-on. I need a hands-on experience. Well, here's what we provide. We provide you access to multiple different languages of educators, over 200 educators on our platform in multiple different academies to teach you all things digital money. Guys, if you're excited about what you saw so far, just drop 7s in the chat right now, because I am elated to bring to you guys a special guest that's on with us tonight. I'm super duper excited about what has already happened inside of this space. I'm super duper excited about how we're opening up the door and how we've been able to change the game for so many people. So drop 7s in the chat if you're excited as well. I want to bring this gentleman to the platform who has really begun to open up the doors for people globally, all throughout the United States, all throughout Africa, many countries around the world, to be able to have the boldness and courage to come into this space, guys. This gentleman has broken every record that there is. He is the top of the top in this industry. And when I say this industry, I'm not just talking about digital entrepreneurship. I'm also talking about inside of these money markets. This brother has put me on to some particular moves that have allowed me to become very, very wealthy from the decision that he told me about. So, bro, I appreciate you for coming in with a spirit of boldness, for coming into this space, not even knowing a lot about it, but saying, you know what? Let me go ahead and be a trailblazer. Why not be another pioneer inside of this space? So we appreciate you. We thank you for all that you've done. And we know that the best is yet to come. Ladies and gentlemen, help me bring to the floor, as I announce for the first time publicly, help me bring to the floor, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Come on, y'all better make some noise for this doctor. Dr. David Imonitier, Chairman, 750, make some noise.
Thank you, Dr. China Defi. Appreciate you so much. You've been a doctor for many, many, many years. I'm a doctor for like 24 hours right now. So
it's amazing. You deserve it. So well deserving. So well deserving.
Thank you. I yield to you and your expertise. So I'm a newbie here, but no, thank you for inviting me onto this call. I'm really excited to be on here with you and everybody else that's listening. You've heard some amazing information, but more importantly, it's really who you're hearing it from. I've known Dr. China now for many, many years, close to, I would say, like 8 to 10 years now.
Yeah.
We've actually known each other, probably about 10 years.
Yeah.
And from day one, she's someone that has had a tremendous amount of passion, a tremendous amount of excitement, enthusiasm, not just for creating wealth, but really for people. to really see other people succeed. And I think that was one of the biggest reasons why she chose to be a part of this concept, to be a part of this opportunity here. And her decision has made a difference in countless amount of people's lives all around the world. So if you're a guest listening in, or even if you're a part of this business, one of the things that I tell people is it's very, very important who you do business with. Very, very important who you decide to lock arms with. Make sure they have a heart for people. Make sure they want to see other people succeed. And that's who Dr. China Bentley is too. So I am definitely excited to be on this call. Rich University. Maybe I can get a doctorate from that university. You think I get?
We actually do offer doctorates from Rich University. We gave so far one person one, but I'm so excited, David, because I saw you and had a chance to hear a bit of your speech, and I was just thinking, so deserving. You've made so much impact, and I don't think anybody even knew that you were going through. I didn't know you were going through that process. So I love, when you drop a bomb like that, like put some respect on my name. I love it.
It keeps certain moves kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Not one for titles, anything like that, but I felt like it was something that I felt like it would benefit other people. I felt like my mom specifically would be very, very proud of that. And I've never seen her that happy before. So that itself was enough. But enough about me tonight. This is really about the people that are actually watching. And listen, guys, what I love about what we do is this is not sales. This is not sales. This is not trying to convince you to do anything. This is kind of like a wake-up call, really, to say, are you paying attention to what's going on all around the world?
Yeah.
Warren Buffett has been a billionaire for many, many years, for a very, very long time. But it's interesting. Warren Buffett is probably worth, he's probably worth less than 100 billion right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny I say less than 100 billion because at one point, I'm sure Warren Buffett heard about cryptocurrency before anybody else did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Warren probably heard about Bitcoin when it was $1, maybe when it was $10 or $20. But even though he was a billionaire, multi-billionaire for many years, he had a closed mind to it. He had a closed mind to the change that was happening, the change that was going to happen, because it wasn't packaged the way we've known money to be packaged. But if you really look at the history of money, money always evolves. What money is today is not what it was 500 years ago or 1,000 years ago. It's always changed. And money is changing. Yep, there you go. He's worth 103 billion. Now, when he was worth all this money, here's another guy who no one knew. He wasn't a billionaire. He was worth quite a bit, but he wasn't a billionaire at the time. Today, he's worth over 300 billion. He had an open mind to the digital currency. Now he's 3 times wealthier than Warren Buffett. So, trust me, Warren is not losing any sleep. Maybe he is. I don't know. I wouldn't lose any sleep at 100 billion, but just imagine, he would have been a quadrillionaire. If Warren Buffett put $1 billion, not a billion, let's say he put 100 million in Bitcoin when it was $1. You do the math on it. If he had 100, you do the math. What's Bitcoin right now? 65,000?
Yep.
You do the math on that. You can't even count that amount of money. So for the guests that are listening here, I know I'm talking big numbers here, but what I'm really talking about is you having an open mind, and putting yourself in an environment where you can get the information, and then you can decide what you're going to do with the information. I would rather get the information and make the decision on what I want to do with it versus never having the opportunity to do that. And that's what Rich University is all about. That's what this academy is really all about, is putting you in an environment where now you can get the information before the rest of the world does. So you can put $100, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is. Because one of the things that I learned, Dr. China, is that all of us, we all have enough money. We've all made enough money to become wealthy. We just didn't know what to do with it. I'll tell you even a personal story. This pandemic hit and you saw all the airlines stocks go down. You saw, rental car companies' stocks go down. I bought over 550,000 shares of Hertz. And I bought it when it was 80 cents, 60 cents, $1, $2. Well, I sold it. Okay. Wow. Do you know what that stock is today? It's like over $25.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. So once again, right information, not knowing what to do with it. All right. So people make those mistakes, or whatever it is you want to call it, all the time. People with money, people without money. All right. So you gotta now look at this and say, I've got a chance to be in an environment where I can get the right information and then also get the skill sets on what to do with that information. And that's what this thing is all about. And I'll give you guys another tip. One of the plans that I have is to take the cash flow, right? Because you got to have cash flow right now, whether it's a business that you're in. If you're not in a business that gives you cash flow, we have a business here that can give you residual income cash flow. But you got to take that cash flow, and then you got to find ways to multiply that cash flow, whether it's through the Forex market that we have, whether it's through the cryptocurrency market that we have, whether it's through the binary options that we have, whether it's through the stock market, because that's a part of the platform. That's going to be part of the platform very, very soon. You take that money, the cash flow, you multiply it, and then you go out and you buy assets. Ladies and gentlemen, you go and buy real estate, because 1,000 years from now, guess what? People are still going to buy real estate. But what are they going to be using to buy?
That's it.
They're going to be using digital currency.
Wow.
So my whole plan, Dr. China, is to take the cash flow that we have, multiply it with these different financial markets, take that money, the profits, buy real estate, and just hold it.
Wow.
So now when digital currency becomes the main form of currency, now you got to pay me rent in Bitcoin. Now you got to buy my land. Now you got to buy my building. You got to buy it with Bitcoin. I don't want your cash. I want your crypto. I want your digital.
That's so powerful, David. I remember going into a bank maybe a couple of months back, maybe even a year now, and I wanted to deposit some cash into somebody else's account in a bank that I didn't have an account with. David, they didn't want my cash at the bank. The bank didn't want the cash. Now the banks are positioning themselves to have digital wallets. And I think it's so interesting that the writings are really on the wall, but if a person don't even know how to recognize the writings, they'll miss it every time. Why do you think it's so important right now? Somebody's listening, they just don't understand it. They don't know what it is. First of all, 2 questions. Number one, when you got involved, where were you in your mentality to the process of this digital currency world, or even the foreign exchange world yourself? And what actions did you take even being in that state of mind? And why do you think a person who knows nothing about this right now need to be extremely urgent because of the current price point? I believe the price is going up. I see the price going up for real estate. I see the price going up for rental cars, for airfare, for food, for everything. So obviously we're in a bit of a recession right now, right? Inflation is about 11%. But why do you think that they need to be urgent at moving in, even if they don't feel like they have all the answers? Because some of them don't have the questions to ask to get the right answers.
Yeah. When I first saw this, I was completely naive to it. And I didn't understand it. The only thing I knew about Forex was when I travel out the country, I had to exchange my dollar for that country's currency. But I had no idea that it was a $5 to $7 trillion a day financial market. I had no idea that money was actually being made by the banks and these hedge funds and the governments. Zero. So what I decided, though, when I saw the information, because I almost said no. I almost said no to it because it was foreign to me, right? Foreign exchange was really foreign to me, right? And usually what we do when something is foreign to us, when we don't know something, because we don't want to look stupid, we kind of like, put it to the side and say, okay, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But I decided, well, David, how much longer do you want to be naive about this? That was really the question that I asked myself. And then I said, think about the amount of entrepreneurs that you know that have made money in different businesses and networking, but you look up 3, 4, 5 years later, they're financially broke because they didn't know what to do with money. So now in our business, we have leaders that have made 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures. But because they know what to do with money, when business takes a downturn, their income doesn't take a downturn. Their lifestyle doesn't take a downturn because they know what to do with their money, right? They know how to grow it. They know how to multiply it. So the decision was, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to be in an environment where I can learn it, where I can get the information on what to do with money. Know where I'll be 3 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, because I have the right information.
Wow, that's so powerful. And I think that requires a lot of, I think your environment is important to those decisions. You know, like you said, you know, people who've had the money, but a couple of years down the line, they didn't, because they didn't make the right decisions to make sure that there was a part of something that was constantly evolving. And so getting in, you didn't have all the information, but you know, you didn't know. So that there was a potential that you could have been missing out on something. And then paying attention to the people, like you said, that were able to gain these results. Why not you? So why should a person right now that's listening in, like, you know, make the decision to get involved so that they can identify, for number one, what questions that they should even ask, and maximize off the current time that we're in? Because I truly believe the price for entry is going to become so high because of the results that are being made inside of this space. You got people who are purchasing NFTs, going into this whole metaverse, which is a whole nother conversation. It's crazy to think about. But the reason that what I did, David, is this is what I did. All this stuff was crazy for me to think about. You know, crypto and all of that was new to me at one point. This whole metaverse it's a little weird. You know, it's just hearing it is weird, right? But I think about it being 1997. And I think about how my parents probably felt about the internet. The internet was weird. The thought of it was weird. The concern of it was real, because the concern was these kids are not going to play outside the way they used to. The normal way that we do life is going to change so significantly. And so the idea to get behind something like that becomes a little ludicrous. But what our parents probably didn't know is that they couldn't stop it if they wanted to. So if we can't stop it, and we know what we know now in 2021, most people are heavily dependent on the internet. Why not position yourself to make impact with it, that at least your philosophies could be injected in? So, you know, a person is listening in right now, they're nervous, they don't know what to do or what to say. What's the urgency for them? Why not wait until 2022? Why not wait until the top of the year? Why not wait until after Christmas? They need to buy some gifts for their grandkids or kids, and Thanksgiving is next week. Why do they need to make this decision now? Because I genuinely believe that the price is going up. But what is your thought process on that?
There's so many reasons why they should. You know, if you really think about it, $300 to start a business.
Yeah.
If that is a challenge, that's the more reason why you probably need to do this, right? Because one of the things I told myself years ago was, I'm a grown individual in one of the richest countries in the world, and a couple $100 is a problem for me.
Wow.
That's a problem, and I have to do something about it. So that's number one. Number two, what do you really have to lose? You know, what do you really have to lose by making a decision to learn? If you look at that word learn, the last 4 letters spell earn. Whatever it is that you learn, you have the ability to earn in it. And when you look at the timing of it, the truth of the matter is you're already late.
Ooh.
You're already late to the party, but the party's not over yet. The doors of the party is not closed. So you're there at the door right now, and we've been partying. We've been partying for some years now, all right? And we're saying, hey, listen, you want to join the party? Party's still going. And you're sitting at the door like, I don't know. Is the party going to be over? Wow. Listen, I don't know when the party's going to be over. It seems like it's just going on forever. Do you want to come in? And you've got to make that decision to come in. And you've got some of the very best of the best to work with you. That's another big reason. I teach people all around the world, if you're going to be successful, you got to find someone that is and follow them. But that takes humility. Simple as that. You got to find the person, and you're looking, Dr. China, her team, Dr. Jewel, Tankard. I mean, just so many leaders that you're going to get a chance to work with. Listen, don't miss out on that. Don't miss out on having the type of relationship you can have with these women, with these men that really know what it is that you need to know. Do not miss out on that opportunity.
Wow. David, listen, it has been just an honor. I'm excited once again. I think you know, just being in the company of giants inside this space. I was on a call, I'm still on it right now on Clubhouse, with Grant Cardone and some other people that are GOATs. And they asked the question, you know, what makes a person a GOAT? And I said to them that, you know, people came up with their different answers and their response. And I said, the truth of the matter is, a real GOAT would never probably see themselves as a GOAT.
True.
Because as soon as you see yourself as the greatest of all time, you recognize that you're just the greatest at this time. Because there's a sense of, you know, when you're an overachiever of achieving something. So if you feel like you're already the greatest of all time, you kind of probably gonna relax a little bit. And as soon as you pull back a little bit, as soon as you take your foot off the gas, as soon as you relax a little bit, yeah, somebody right there like, oh, okay, boom. And so you become the greatest at that time, but not the greatest of all time. And so it was really powerful being on that stage. But I must say to you, in the realm of leadership, the ability to convey a message with the proper posture, to articulate a message to different levels of people in their life, to help to instill the belief in a person, in themselves. You've been able to absolutely do a phenomenal job. And one of the things that I'm extremely excited about is that you did not get comfortable and content with your last win. Like, I already know you're not sitting back. I already know it's about the billionaire flow. We always text, hey, my billionaire brother, hey, my billionaire sister, right? I don't care. Listen, we got to continue to add the zeros, not just for the income, but for the impact. And I must say, you've done an extremely well job. Looking at people in the industry, I see a lot of great people that was the greatest at that time, but not the greatest of all time. So I appreciate you for your drive, your tenacity, continuing to push forward and being a true man of belief and a true man of impact.
Awesome. I thank you so much. Thank you. And you've done the same. You've done the same for myself, for many other people. And that's the joy. We'll continue to do it, continue to impact lives. And, you know, we call a lot of people GOATs, but there's really only one.
I know that's right.
That's Jesus.
I know that's right.
You're just good right now, but he's the one that's the GOAT.
I know that's right. Well, listen, I appreciate you. Those that are watching, I'm gonna tell you how much it is to get started, or the entry process for you guys. But just to have access alone to the people who have the right mindset with the right information, I can tell you right now, it's priceless. So David, once again, thank you so much. We have about 200 people on the back end. We're streaming on Facebook. We're on YouTube. I'm here on Instagram. So we're doing a lot of tech on the back end. And we appreciate you. In fact, I'm gonna have everybody to come off mute really quick. 1 second, guys. Let me work this so y'all can come off of mute really quick and just congratulate David for such an iconic move and now being a new doctor, so well deserving. You guys should have the ability now to come off me quickly, and just
Congratulations! We love you.
Love you, David.
Love you. Blessings to the max.
I love it. We appreciate you, David. Thank you for spending some time with us. We believe that somebody has definitely, this just did it for them, and they're about to make the best decision of their life. So we appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for being here with us. Absolutely. God bless. Wow, guys.
God bless you. God bless you.
Oh, he said, I'm about to get mine in here.
Yeah, I couldn't get nothing in.
Oh, we got you, bro. You made it, bro. You made it just in time. Thank you so much. We good. So awesome. Thanks again, David, so much. I appreciate you, bro. What a blessing that is, man. Listen, when you get access, you know, you can become an asset. When you gain access, you can become an asset. You know, your understanding is not required, but your access is. And so I want to encourage you guys to really take action. You heard the details of what we provide on this amazing platform. But to me, more importantly, you had a chance to see the caliber of people that you're going to have an opportunity to really glean from. All this week and last week, we were able to showcase different people on the platform that provides so much immense value. It is priceless. To be honest with you guys, we offer a very premium product for a regular price. And sometimes I'm offended to talk about the price point being so low because we offer so much. But at the end of the day, we wanted to make this available and affordable for the masses of people. And so here we go, guys. What does it take to get started? By now, I'm sure you're wondering, and I'm sure you're ready. In fact, drop sevens in the chat. Somebody saying, I don't care what the cost is. I just need to stay close to the fire. I just need to be engaged into the community. I just need not to be left out. Drop sevens in the chat if you are already in a position to make a decision, because it don't even matter the cost, right? It don't matter the cost, because it's more expensive for you to not come in than it is for you to get involved. But here's what it takes, guys. A lot less than what you spend for your traditional education. Ladies and gentlemen, the elite package is what I highly recommend, just because we're in a season where we don't want to leave money on the table. You get access to the FRX Academy. That's very important for your basic foundation. I believe leveraging the FRX market for crypto is the smartest thing that you can do. You get access to the HFX Academy and, of course, the DCX Academy, where you have access to this particular app right here. Now, if you added this up individually a la carte, you'll be spending about $834. But somebody say tonight, we want you to save $509 and get started for $324. $324, ladies. When I think about this price, I'm like, okay, sis, that is some bundles before the installation. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Fellas, that's probably the price of some Jordans, okay? For some of you guys, y'all like to go out a lot. And I was in Miami recently, and I didn't realize how much people paid to sit on those little sofas that's close to the front of the stage or whatever. I mean, it don't be that big, but they pay a lot of money to sit in those sections. People are spending thousands of dollars for this stuff. And so we're talking about $324 to invest into having access to this digital economy, learning everything that you need to know from basics to intermediate to mastery, so that you can begin to learn and earn inside this space. Now, instead of us charging you $3,500 up front, we decide to make it affordable for you by charging $324.95, and then 28 days later, you pay a tuition of $274.95. Guys, it's a no-brainer. Now, here's the thing. I know when I was going through a tough time in life, I had developed some habits that I didn't realize were just poor habits. I thought everybody had those habits. I thought everybody had to rob Peter to pay Paul. I thought everybody was always in between and give me a week or two. I didn't realize that wasn't normal. And I challenge you tonight not to normalize these type of habits if you really want to develop wealth. So don't think about the $274, because that's not due right now. There's somebody who got $324 right now, and it's a no-brainer for them. They get it. I want that app. I want my money to grow for me. I want to get into this digital space. They get that. But the $274, you already thinking about $274, and you ain't even got in the door yet. That's 28 days later. That's not due right now. And if it's really tight like that for you, we offer you a scholarship. And the scholarship is going to position you to have this amount waived. What I'll say to you is this: don't allow this $274 to stop you from making $274,000. There are people on this platform right now that are leveraging the tools, that are showing up to class, that are being really, really intentional and committed to what they say that they're wanting. And they're purchasing certain coins, they're trading inside of the market, and they cannot believe that just a few months ago they knew nothing about this world. So don't allow $274 to stop you from potentially making $274,000. Does that make sense? So tonight, let's be focused. All you pay is $324. That's an easy decision. You pay to gain access to the #1 educational platform in the world for foreign exchange, for cryptocurrency, for blockchain technology education, education on NFTs. Just tonight, there was education on the metaverse. Do you realize people are literally purchasing digital real estate? People are purchasing horses that they can breed and sell. What? Wait a minute here. This is happening right now. So what I'm saying to you is, where you gain sound education at is with the #1 company in the world. Now, I'm not saying that we're #1 because I'm being biased. I'm saying that we're #1 because we have over 400,000 students that's on this platform. We're in 120 countries around the world. We have 18 attorneys that's governing us. We're #1 because we're #1. So what I want to encourage you to do is get back with the person that invited you to this call. Let them know what you like most about what you heard. Let them know that you're serious about making the next steps and taking the next steps to develop some wealth. Do you know this year, 2021, some of the goals that you set out to achieve that you may not have known how you was going to be able to achieve those goals? Do you know it can happen for you to this year, 2021? But it first starts with a rich decision. Begin to develop rich habits by making one rich decision after another. I encourage you right now to get back with the person that invited you to the call. Let them know what you like most about what you heard and say yes. Say yes to your success. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being on tonight. God bless you guys. Get back with the person that invited you to the call. If somebody shared this with you on Facebook, if they shared it with you or tagged you on YouTube, whoever shared it with you,
there you have it, guys. Connect with me tonight. Get started. Build your legacy. God bless.